Hello, finest people of Nigeria. You're welcome to another segment of Nosy Mates. This is where we give you highlights of weekly happenings in Nigeria. You know, news, politics, fashion, inspiration, what have you. This is Microscope Niger with Ijreality. We have lots of things that has happened over the week. Like we have major news like the Tinkan Ports, Apapa, Lagos. For those of us that stays around Apapa, Lagos, you understand what I mean. That area is, if there's another name for traffic, somebody should help out. That place is something else. Well, over the week, we're able to get some information. The container terminal in Lagos, Tinkan Port, has over 2 million stranded containers worth of 5 trillion naira. What? Are you kidding? That's like putting a full stop to a whole lot of things in Nigeria with the situation of things right now. And we have over 5 trillion naira. People still talk about that kind of money. This is as a result of the ongoing construction that leads through and out of the ports. Governments, we know that you're doing a great job. You know, making that place look nice is good for Nigerian CV. It is actually good for Nigerian CV. But we know that in Nigeria, we get starting, we know they get finishing. So we should try and do something, hurry it up, because 2 million containers, that's a whole lot of containers. That's like a whole lot of containers, man. Well, some of the cargoes are incurring, they should incur demurrage. That is normal. You know, they should. It will also actually affect the owners of these things. I don't, like for example, I take a loan to bring in stuffs like this and it's somewhere I can clear it and demurrage is actually there. Then the bank, they are on my neck. What's the bank's business? It's whether you clear your goods or you know the way we work in Nigeria. Well, this is a grievous danger for the Nigeria economy. We already know that. According to an expert, this the same may trigger inflation. Nigeria on its own is inflation. We don't even need to tell us. But anyway, this is seriously a big problem. Government, I don't know if this is for Lagos State or federal. You people need to do something like serious. Anyway, moving forward. So moving to another topic. Hey God, this one funny. 3 policemen has been discharged from duty for alleged theft in the house of the ex-president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Ebele Jonathan. Bros, why are you going that far to steal what you are asked to protect? We all know that Bros Jonah is a cheerful giver. You just, all you need to do is just to ask. You don't have to steal now. Anyway, this happened in one of his houses in Gwarimpa Estate at Abuja. And the alleged stolen items are split air conditions. I know things are a bit hard in Nigeria now, but really? Are you kidding? Split air conditions, television sets, furnitures, refrigerators, designer suits. Then the Ijon native attires, those attires, they fit Bros Jonah like, anytime I see him in those attires, I feel like, Angola hats. Well, I don't know what to say to this policeman. They were trying to collect their share. Sorry, they were trying to steal what they are asked to protect. That's kind of I don't know. Anyway, they have been dismissed from office. Well, in my own perspective, I don't see. I guess it's this is a case of keeping tubers of yam with a starving goat, and you expect nothing to happen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, moving forward, Dangote's refinery 2019. Yay! Anyway, the federal government has urged Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the president of Dangote Group, to deliver the refinery by December 2019 as he has promised. Bros Dangote, you promise, so now you promise. So we are begging that you deliver. The Minister of State of Petroleum and Resources, Dr. Dike Kachuku, had earlier promised the people of Nigeria that he will resign from office if his target to stop Nigeria from importing fuel by 2019 is not met. Bros Kachuku, personally, I have underlined resign. He has promised to resign from office if his promise to stop importation of fuel in 2019 is not met. Well, let's see how that goes. Nigeria gets starting, will not get finishing, but we pray that we're not praying that you resign from office. I'm not praying that you resign from office. I'm praying that the job is done so that you will continue in this good work that you have started. Well, during the minister's visit and facility tour to the 650,000 barrel per day refinery in Lekki, Lagos on Monday, the 31st July 2017, the minister said, and I quote, "Nigeria must be the cathedral of petroleum exports in Africa. We have over the years missed the opportunity." That's not a lie anyway. He went further to say that it is good to say that private sector is the answer to Nigeria's problems with a project as good as this. Really, we have lots and lots of private sectors in Nigeria, and still we have so many issues that is untouched. Anyway, let's just believe that you're saying the truth, and I'm referring this to Bros Dangote now. Please, I am begging you from my heart of heart, make sure that by December 2019 this refinery is ready so that my bros Ibe Kachuku will not resign from the office. That's one. Number two, it is also to our advantage because we don't have to be taking crude outside the country to refine them. We can actually do the refining here and start exporting to other countries, other African countries, which is good for us. Okay, still have some what's this next subject that I'm about to treat, the topic that I'm about to treat is I don't know if I'll say it's really appalling. Nigeria is now becoming a thing of mockery to the extent that, oh God, one of the highly profiled, respected media houses in the world is now using us as I don't know, question and answer. That's kind of it is funny how Nigerian government has become an entertainment, quote, and even betting topics. One of the respected media houses in the world, CNN, gave Nigeria an uppercut. Gave us an uppercut in one of their editions called the Global Public Square, a foreign affairs show, by asking the same question in the mouth of every Nigerian, but this time it was open for the world to answer. Now this is the question. He said, the head of state from which country has not set foot in his homeland in over 2 months? And these are the options. We have Saudi Arabia, we have Cuba, we have Nigeria and Syria. Are you kidding? Is that like an insult to us or something? We know, say, our president is now London-based. Sorry, is receiving treatment in London. So you don't have to insult us with that. Well, my question now is the above question a form of mockery or to agitate the people of Nigeria into actions we might regret? Well, thank God for Nigerians. We are peaceful people. We're not going to allow you, they touch our spirits. We are not moved by those kind of things. The only thing we want is that since the country is moving forward, the government, they are doing things to, they know. Well, did our government even react to this? If it is their country that we Nigerians open our mouth, talk that kind of thing about them, the wahala sef go plenty. Anyway, we know Nigerians, upper court, we know they take am serious. After all, they don't call us very, 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 very corrupt country before. Wetin we do? Some days ago, Bet Niger released a statement claiming that they were not in any way trying to disrespect the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who has been away in London for 2 months now for treatment. So there's a scenario that happened where the Bet Niger were trying to measure the people of Nigerians' anticipation of the return of the president. So, but I think some people took offense. Anyway, they claim that since the return of the president has been subjected to a lot of speculation, and the office of the president has maintained that the president will return only when his doctor approves of it. So they thought it wise to use their betting medium to not just predict the return of the president, but to also measure the expectation and anticipation of Nigerians on the arrival of the president Buhari. This is some part of statement issued by Bet Niger, and I read: we would just like to put this on record. Nigerians want their president back. We are only trying to voice the yearning of the people via the little platform we have. They went further to say we want to show the president and the government that the people are anxious for his well-being and anticipate his early return. Well, like I said before, I think they were only trying to measure how the people feel, you know, how anxious are we to see our president come back. There has been speculations that the standby jet since May 7th has left the UK. So people like us, we self we wonder if the jet has left the UK. Where we president now? Should be they say them pack and there so that when he won't come back, he go fit use that. Anyway, I'm not trying to put words into anybody's mouth, but just saying that me, from my heart of heart, graciously, I am praying that the president gets well soon and come back to us. Yes, come back to us so that this country will move forward. And I wish your family well. It is not easy, you know, for a father to and a husband. Let's just leave him being the president aside. He's a father and a husband. So my heart goes out to the both of you, both the wife and the children. I'm praying sincerely from my heart of heart that he gets well and come back to us. All right, moving forward, one of the biggest telecommunication company in Nigeria, Ijreality, has its name changed. Hey, Nigeria, they carry last. I don't see any reason why someone who sells air, you know, still owing. I don't understand. If that kind of person they owe, is a person like me who can't do now? Anyway, they don't come change their name. They are now called 9 Mobile. That's like 9 Mobile. That sounds. Anyway, Nigeria, they carry last. Anything can go in this country. The new owners of 9 Mobile promises that the exit of Ijreality won't affect operations in any way. The head marketing communication 9 Mobile, Sani Ogunkola, I hope I did not murder that name, Sani Ogunkola, in his statement said that they will remain a creator brand. We don't hear him before. And he also assured its customers that they will remain on top of their game and also improve quality of services not available elsewhere on continuous basis. You know, thank God that they know that there are some places that the previous telecommunication was not, previous telecommunication company was not able to reach, and now they are promising that they are going to get to those places. So all of them states that don't have Etisalat before. Now Nine Mobile is promising that you guys are going to be flexing their network. Notwithstanding the current change of name and logo, Nine Mobile added that the company will continue to wax strong on their visionary innovationness, authentic and meaningfulness and reliance. That's the countdown for una. The countdown the way una talk am. I also stated that the creator brand, which are inherent in their DNA, thereby making them stand unique. Anyway, no na talk am, we go sample am. When we sample am, we will know how unique. Okay, moving forward, the Ogunkola also assured subscribers that the exit of their former partners and change of name will not affect the quality of voice and data service of the network. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. He also promised that the company will continue to offer the services it offered in the past, only with a different name. So for those of you that were using Etisalat, this is to say that the fact that there's a change of name that does not mean that it will affect the network in any way. It means that anyway. I know they do marketing for una, by the way. Let's move forward. Okay, moving forward. This is going to sound a bit, I don't know if it's funny or absurd. Pick the one you like anyway. 40 male homosexuals were arrested in Lagos at Vintage Hotel, Ikorodu Road for engaging in sexuality, which is contrary to the law of the state and the nation. Are you serious? You know, I honestly don't actually believe that it actually happens in Nigeria. Although I've been hearing people saying it, people that went to single school, they say a lot of all these kind of things. But really, a young man you just stay, make another man, they carry in king, just the bulala you. What the hell? Like I said, it's against the both state and federal law of Nigeria. 28 of them who were adults were taken to Yaba Magistrate Court, while the 12 minors were taken to Ibutemeta Magistrate Court on the 3rd of August 2017 on a 1-count charge against them. They were said to have been caught in the act by the Owode Ikorodu Police Command, Lagos State, though they are still pleading not guilty to charges brought against them. Now play. Then catch you, they hold you for hand when you do the thing, you still talk say not guilty. This court thing sometimes. Anyway, they were granted bail with the sum of 500,000. That one I bill. With the sum of 500,000 and 2 shorties by the Chief Magistrate Adewale Ojo in his ruling. Now 500,000. Those people who I see 500,000. Anyway, I don't will laugh. One of the shorty, according to the court, must be a relative of the defendant, while the other must be a resident within the court's jurisdiction. The shorty must also present evidence of tax payments. That one is very important too. It's very important that you pay your tax. So the magistrate also granted the request of the prosecution demanding monitoring and sexual rehabilitation for the defendants, while the matter was adjourned to September 8, 2017. They seriously need to go for rehabilitation. Some parents, all 28 defendants must submit themselves to the Lagos State AIDS Control Agency for monitoring and Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Response Team for rehabilitation. We don't note that one. That one is very important. While the minors were before Magistrate Shegu of Ibutemeta Magistrate Court in a closed section, because them be children, so they might not really want to expose them like that. Well, we need to know that in Lagos State, homosexuality or gay is an offense punishable under Section 261 of the Criminal Law of Lagos State 2015. Yes, that's I talk. I sit down like George talk. Okay, for all of them, my brothers, where they asylum for Obodo Ibu. I know they talk anything, but you know yourself, and you know as they go for here. We don't they pursue man to man sex, woman to woman sex. You do woman, they pursue you. You do man, they arrest you. So use your brain. I'm just saying, moving on to another matter. Oh God, this is very touchy. You know, in fact, I don't even know how to start this issue. This happened on Sunday, which is on the 6th of August 2017. People went to church to worship. What is it now? This is the house of God. At least if you cannot respect your fellow human being, you can fear God. Can you just, oh God. Anyway, a gunman walked into St. Philip's Catholic Church at Ozubulu, Ekustigo local government on Sunday morning and killed 8 people and left several injured in Anambra State. These are human beings, for crying out loud. At least if you cannot have respect for your fellow man, fear God in a church? Really? According to the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Garuba Umar, the preliminary investigation carried out by some policemen revealed that attack was carried out by a native of that area because eyewitness confirmed that the attacker spoke in the native dialect of Anambra State. Really, brothers killing brothers. Mr. Umar stated that the worshippers for 8 o'clock Sunday Mass at St. Philip's Ozubulu were in the service when a gunman dressed in black attire, covering his face with a cap, went straight to a particular direction and opened fire. After shooting at his targeted victim, he went on shooting spree. Waiting happen now. You came for some people, even the people that you came for self, you were not saying that it's nice that you killed them, and then you still opened fire. That is good. Well, he has promised the people of Anambra State that that a manhunt has been launched and those behind the killings will be brought to book in no time. Umar discarded the rumor that the attack was carried out by Boko Haram. Please, for all of you that is saying that this is Boko Haram attack, we gonna leave Boko out of this. Boko brothers, and they just semper their own. This is not a Boko. This is as a result of some, illegal things. We just they happen overseas. They can't carry and can't come Nigeria. Anyway, he has advised the people of Anambra State to go about their businesses. My heart seriously goes out to everybody that has lost a family member. We are sincerely, mourning with you. We say, may God, may they rest, may their gentle souls rest in peace. And those of them that are still, in treatment, we pray that they get well soon. And all of these governments want to put eye for ground for these kind of things. And now we are in sports news. There's a mind-blowing, oh God. Hey, this particular one, I need to package myself well, in case. Well, Neymar. I call for the matter. Neymar, the Brazilian star, leaves Barcelona for PSG with the world record of 222 million euros. Anyway, Neymar has become the costliest player in the history of football. The costliest player in the history of football. His 5-year deal with him, 30 million euros per year, and he's just 25. And then somebody did here, they practice homosexual. Your mates, they make, in fact, not even your mate, picking where you born, they make 20. I know say you go include me for the matter. They make 200 and, oh God have mercy. Please, let's start thinking fast, like, Nigerians. I know say we know they carry last, maybe they fast forward, but God, this is, anyway. So, may I just break this Neymar money down? I want to break it down because now, let's say, I don't know whether the thing they vex me or they celebrate the guy. don't even know they want to talk anyway, but let me just break it down. So per year, it means that after Neyman's manager or agent must have collected his own, you know, what is it called, agency commission, which is his father actually. So the money still there inside the house. After he must have collected his own commission, it means that per year Neyman is going to be earning 24.720 million euros, which in Nigerian money is 11.9 billion naira. See the way I call the billion with power. 11.5. Neyman, just be my brother. I don't even want you to be my boyfriend. Be my brother. I will come and adopt my family members. Then per month, this young man is going to be earning 2.60 million euros, which is 995 million naira in a month. In a month. Then per week, 288 million naira per day, 36 million naira per hour, 1.4 million. All of them politicians. No matter how you loot money, you cannot get 1.4 million per hour. All right, this brings me to the end of this week's edition. Yeah, don't forget, this is Microscope Nigeria with Ijreality. Like I said before, this is going to be a weekly edition of happenings in Nigeria, as in trendy news, whether it's fashion, whether it's sports, whether it's what have you, just name it. But I'm going to be here, and sometimes I will bring in some, some people to discuss some of these issues with me. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel at NosyMate, and also don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook with same name, NosyMate. And my personal handle is Instagram Ijreality007, Facebook Ijoma Maybell, Twitter Ijreality, YouTube Ijreality511. Don't forget, I remain your humble babe Ijreality, saying goodbye and love you always. Yay!